Hey guys, Amrita is going to join soon. There was some problem with her video. Hi, Abhishek, hi.
Damn,
Yay! Oh my God, you're wearing a sari. That's so cool.
I did because my mom told me, hey, the saris are lying in the cupboard and you're doing nothing about it. So I
You
thought I'll
look
just.
very good. I really like that. So, hi Amrita,
Hi,
1403.
Shane. Oh,
Hi,
okay, you're talking
okay.
to the other Amrita. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah, there's the other Amrita. Okay, so can you see I've pinned the comment?
Yes, I can. I'm proud of you.
So, so you know what you're going to do? So you write it in the comment and then you post it, okay? And
Okay,
then you again click on hi Sunny, how are you doing? He's my friend.
okay. Hi, Sunny.
So then you click on the entire post. You will see a pin the comment section, and then you just do it. Okay? Once you
Okay,
post
I'll
it,
do it
उसके
next time.
बाद yeah. Thank you,
Done. But
Sunny. How are
you know how
you?
to
It's
save
been
the live, right? You will be saving this live, right?
yeah. So once the live is over, we can do that.
Cheers.
Yay! Do you know these guys? Omkar? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I know Omkar.
So
Hi,
this.
Omkar. How are you? I'm just confidently saying hello to people.
Yeah, you look very pretty, by the way. I really like that.
So do you. So do you.
Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. Guys, we're waiting for some more people to join us so that we can start off.
Yep. Yes, we can. So what did you do today, apart from talking to me and giving me a lot of instructions?
Yeah. So I prepared myself for today's IG live. I did yoga, I did meditation, which we are going to talk about very soon in here.
Yes.
And
This is good.
yeah, just trying to beat the heat, with staying calm and centered. That's it.
Okay.
What
Well,
did you
nice.
do apart from searching for your sari?
I didn't have to look for it. It was right there. It was just lying there for a very long time. I thought anyway, the lockdown is getting extended. I'm unable to leave. Let's just wear a sari at home, as usual. That's what I did.
You did a great job. Okay, let's just start, Amrita, with
Yes.
some basic topics about what we're going to talk about till then people can
I think
join in.
first let's introduce ourselves. I am
Okay.
Amrita. I run a podcast called Unsettling, where I talk to people who have got something offbeat, some offbeat things that they do, and that's what she is doing. She's healing people. She does yoga, and well, I thought, and this topic is unsettling as well. Body shaming is something that has been ingrained in the society for a very, very, very long time, and we thought let's address it, let's figure out what are the how to deal with it and how we can figure out to be positive in life, be body positive. So that's what we are doing today.
Great. So, guys, people who don't know me, I am Shay. I am a yoga and a
Sure.
meditation teacher and a certified life coach. And I also run my own podcast channel, Heal with Shay. So I'm also on the same lines as Amrita here. I teach people how to be self-loved, take care of themselves, self-confidence through guided meditations and so many good stuff talking. So that's what we are going to do here today.
Yes.
So
So
Amrita,
let's start. I think it's 8. Let's just begin with it, I guess. People will
yeah,
join when they have the.
yeah. Why don't you start with some experiences of yours? I think that we can do.
Okay. Well, so body shaming is like pretty normal. That happens to everybody. And well, mostly I would be specifying fat shaming that has happened to me recently in the recent 2-3 weeks. Actually, it keeps on happening. So
Okay,
I have been suffering from PCOD, and
okay,
so hence I gained a lot of weight, and I did not know how to lose it, because what happens is in PCOD, if you try to work out a lot. If like a normal person who is not suffering from PCOD puts in that much effort, they will lose a lot of weight. But if I put in that much effort, I might like just lose 2 grams. So I used to do that. I used to put in a lot of effort, and I realized that nothing is happening. And well, I did go and consult the doctor when I finally got diagnosed. But till then, I got a lot of people commenting on my picture saying, "Hey, you've put on a lot of weight, yeah. Why don't you lose it?" I'm like, I said, I've just, gathered some weight and just put it across, my body just because I like it.
Okay, that's a good one.
Like, not really. Like, this is not something that I wanted to, gather.
Yeah.
But, I mean, instead of saying how I can lose it or why I have gained weight, they're directly just commenting, hey, why don't you exercise? Yeah, it's a nice season also. It's summer season. If you exercise, you'll lose a lot of weight because you'll sweat. No. So, that is what people used to do, which was amazing. And well, it took a toll for some time. I realized that since I hated the way I looked, I tend to agree to whatever the other person said. So if someone said that, hey, you put on a lot of weight, I'm like, हाँ ना, बहुत weight हो गया ना? Like seriously, यार, कैसे तुम करने का? So because you hate yourself.
Yeah.
And there's a point when you accept the way you look and you accept the way you are without worrying without looking for validation. And when someone comes and tells you that, hey, you've put on a lot of weight, you tend to be a little sassy and say, hey, thanks for noticing, yeah. मतलब बहुत मेहनत से कमाया है. Thank you for noticing. So this is what I've been doing recently whenever people come and tell me.
But why don't you tell all of us about the incident that had actually happened? Like how people actually use the words or how it has actually happened? Like, you can give an example.
I think I was suffering from low self-esteem. That happened when I was 16. And when I was 16, one of my friends directly blatantly came and told me on my face that I'm ugly. And he also said that, well, I don't know how you have friends considering the fact that you're ugly. Well, at 16, you are trying to blend in, you're trying to be a part of the crew, you want to be cool, you want to be accepted, and that kind of affects you, affects the way you think or perceive the world around you. And well, it did affect me as well. And I tried to fit into the fabric. So I tried to dress a certain way because, you feel that if you wear short clothes, you look cooler. Or if you behave in a certain way, if you don't, I was tomboyish. So if you were supposed to behave in a certain way is what I was told. I was supposed to be girly. So I tried that. I tried to pretend to be someone that I'm not just to be accepted. And that stayed with me for a very long time. It's not just something that happened for 2 to 3 weeks. It was there for, I think, 8 to 10 years that I looked at myself with the same eyes that the other person had. I tried to fit in all the time. Hi, Ishita. I don't know you, but hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, yeah.
So, yeah, that is what happened with me. And, well, I finally found my own style. I finally found what I like, how I dress. And I realized that what is important is to be confident, to be able to portray your thoughts across in a way that is acceptable to everybody. And, well, everything works out in the end.
Yeah. So, it's very sad to hear that people actually hear things like these, which are very difficult to imagine that people can say such mean things. And I'm so glad that you have, or at least you have been trying to find your way out, making peace with your own self rather than convincing other people to like you. It's a very different concept. So I would definitely love to tell, one short incident of my life. That I have always been fat shamed, okay? And from my childhood, things were very, in a fun way. Like children, they usually try to be funny with you. Like, hey, Moti, kaisi hai? Kala hati, kaisi hai? It sounds funny now, but when you are a child, just think from that psychology
Right.
how difficult it was is actually for a child. Even now, it happens everywhere that you are identifying an animal, a color with something so derogatory that people,
Yeah.
like, when a child was growing up, I started hating the animal elephant. Why? Because
Um,
it's like all connected. So the psychology is very, very weird. And I remember one thing, like it's a recent incident. Like last year, I was trying to, date a guy, and that guy, we were having lunch together, and the guy commented that, "Oh my God, how much do you eat? इतना खाएगी? कहाँ जाएगा इतना सारा
oh my God.
खाना?"
Oh,
Like you can see how these things happen, and these are very small borderline things. See,
yeah.
you can either chuck it off saying that अरे यार मजाक कर रहा है, but ये ना build up होते रहता है. और फिर when you have a child of yours tomorrow, उसके साथ भी ये होता है, तो फिर हम उसको ये बोलते हैं कि छोड़ ना जाने दे. So we are not
Mm-hmm.
improving anything. We are just moving in a cycle.
Right.
Okay, we're just moving in a cycle because as an adult, we have not made peace with ourselves. We are not self-confident. हमें खुद को नहीं पता है कि how to self-love. और हम बच्चों
Right.
को क्या सिखाएंगे? So these are the reasons why I have made this as one of my prime purpose कि अब योगा में हो तो इन चीजों को settle down करना बहुत जरूरी है. Because somewhere, as an adult, when they were children, they must have also faced these problems.
Yes.
चलो जो मोटे हैं उनको आप बोल सकते हो कि तू दुबली हो जा, हेल्थ का एक
Hmm.
बहाना दे देंगे. व्हाट अबाउट पीपल हु आर शॉर्ट हाइटेड, जिनको टॉल होने का प्रॉब्लम है कि यार मैं इतनी लंबी हूं कि मुझे कोई बंदा नहीं मिलता. आई मीन, कैन
I
यू बिलीव दैट?
it has happened with me actually. The point is, people will never be happy with what you are, no matter what you do. If you're fat, they'll ask you
Exactly.
to become thin. If you're thin, they'll ask you to become fat. Because there was this one female who had come to our gym, and she was very skinny. She was very skinny. So I remember she used to be surrounded by all these elderly women. And while she's exercising, they used to all bombard her with questions. कि बेटा तुम क्यों मोटा होना चाहती हो? So she wanted to gain weight because she was very skinny. लाइक बेटा तुम क्यों मोटा होना चाहते हो? तुम शादी पर तो मोटी होने वाले हो, अभी से क्यों होना चाहते हो? देखो हमारा तो कम ही हो रहा है, देखो बेटा. So this is something that is normal. Normally people face all this, and
Yeah.
I don't know why it is normal. I don't know at what point it became normal to call people names or to address whether they're skinny or they're fat. I have no idea, but it's happening. And well, I would like to ask you, since you're a healer, so how would, assuming that if I have a child, which I don't yet, how would I inculcate body positivity in my child? At what point do I
See,
start? At what point do I
so the best
tell?
way to teach a child anything, okay, is
Yeah.
to not actually tell them. A child
Mm-hmm.
learns best in copying you, or they try to imitate adults at first. Because
Correct.
a child, when they are like at an infant stage, जब बहुत छोटे होते हैं, they are not understanding your words better, but they are copying you. They see, their vision power is very, very stronger. So you will see
Right.
they will copy your actions, the way you put your hand over your mouth. They are going to copy that same thing. So if you go
Mm-hmm.
according to their psychology, you will see that the way a parent or any family member is leading their lifestyle, the child is also going to copy that. So,
Right.
so this is where the term comes, lead by example. Don't tell your child कि तुम ऐसे क्यों हो, वैसा कर लो, सुबह उठ जाओ, exercise कर लो. You do it yourself and take your child with you.
Right.
So that way the child learns very fast, because you should be an adult who is also has a responsibility in a society कि आप as an adult बोलो, as an educator बोलो कि आप अपने आप को भी improve करो ना. आप बस बच्चे को बोलोगे तो that child is not going to learn anything.
Correct.
Like sustainable नहीं है. So if you want to improve your child tomorrow, if you want to improve children at school tomorrow, you start by doing it yourself. You create a community, you tell your family members, you educate other adults. This is the way to do it. See, there is a difference between being self-confident and being aggressive. We don't want to be aggressive and telling people that, oh, you called me fat, so you are ugly, so get the hell out of here. This is not a very productive way of dealing with the situation.
Yeah.
What we need to do is that we need to beat the ignorance. ये इग्नोरेंस से आता है कि उनको पता ही नहीं है कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, तो उनको पहले एजुकेट करो कि देखो अगर आप ऐसे बोल रहे हो तो कैसे अफेक्ट होता है किसी का साइकोलॉजी. सो यू टीच देम, एंड इफ दे इम्प्रूव ग्रेट, इफ दे डोंट इम्प्रूव इट्स ओके, यू जस्ट लेट देम गो. बट वी नीड टू स्पीक अबाउट इट. सो coming back to your question, if you want to heal your child, if you want to make them self-confident, you need to do it first. So,
Right.
It's always us, never from the outside.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So the idea here is to practice what you preach, make sure that you lead by example, and that the child will follow.
Yeah.
But there's this one story that someone told me, because I've been asking questions for the past 2 days as to people's experiences, what they have been going through, and one of them told me that when she was a child, she had faced this discrimination based on color.
Okay.
So in her family, she was the only dark-toned kid, and she was always compared with her siblings. She was compared with her cousins, and she was always told that, hey, you will not be able to find a guy to date, which is so sad to hear at a very young age, and it beats your self-confidence, right? So, how should a parent, or how should your friend make sure that she doesn't feel that way, and kind of conquer this thing, or maybe subtly tell people that this is not okay to tell it to a child? How do I approach someone like that?
Okay. So firstly, whatever you are saying, it has like twofold things. Okay. I mean, there are two levels to sort these things out. Because first is to understand the society or the surrounding environment. Okay. It can be your family, your relatives, friends, anybody, but it's your surrounding environment. Second is the person itself in the question. Okay, so when we are talking about the person in the question, we need to inculcate activities that will help the person become more self-loving, become more confident, become more at peace with the body. It can be first, you can definitely start with working out. Now, working out is not only for fat people, okay? It is for everybody, because when we work out, we feel very happy. There are scientific reasons as to how working out really works on your happy hormones that we say, and how it makes you feel confident and positive. So that confidence is going to help that child. So first you start working out. Second, they can write in a journal where they can write about the points which they love about themselves. Because we focus so much on what we don't like, we can actually write about the points that we love about ourselves. For example, if a child is constantly bombarded about their skin color, so that person can start focusing on her other parts of the body or other talents that she has, that actually makes her as a human being. The skin color is not actually what really means anything.
Defines, yeah.
Right. So these are some points that you can work on, and she can, people should be. Now, coming to the second point is the society or the environment. So when we are doing the society and environment, if there are parents involved, teachers involved, we can, create these kind of small community meetings and educate them, teach them. Because again, I'm coming to the same point that there is no point in blaming someone. Okay, you should not be saying this. This is wrong. More than that, we need to teach people that why is it wrong, how it is happening, why it is happening. We need to educate people. Ignorance is the main reason. Most of the people who are commenting things, they are not aware about how psychologically it affects a child or an adult. Okay, and
Right.
when that child is growing up to be an adult, that person is facing problems at professional relationships, that person is facing problems in personal relationships.
Mhm.
So, this is a twofold thing. It's
Right.
first is self-love and second is the society. So
Right.
we need to work on both the ends.
Mhm.
We just cannot say that, okay, I need to focus on myself, and then the society is like, okay, we can do whatever the
Bombarding
hell we
you.
want. Exactly.
Exactly.
So दो
So,
चीज को साथ में लेके चलना है.
okay.
And
So,
yeah, um, um, Amrita, I have
thank
a
you.
question for you. I have a question for you
Okay.
that how do you actually like since you said that since you're a teenager, you have come across so much of the like body shaming or low
Yeah.
confidence. I want to
Mhm.
know some practical solutions from you that you have applied or you are applying right now
Okay.
to
So,
overcome this.
so the point is, this is pretty recent that I have overcome whatever I was feeling. But
Yeah,
what I realized is that when you look into the mirror and you find flaws with yourself, is
yeah,
when you allow others to find flaws with you. And that needs to stop.
yeah,
That is the first thing that needs to stop. So you have to look into the
yeah,
mirror and you have to make sure that you feel that you're the most confident person in the world. You have to make sure that you focus on the good points. I mean, you have talent. I tend to wake up in the morning. I have this small exercise that I do,
yeah.
and it's called writing 5 things that mm, I am grateful for, or a kind of a reinforcement for myself. So I write that
Exactly.
I'm confident, I'm talented, and whatever talents that I have, maybe I know craft work, I know how to speak, uh, I have friends who support me. So I write those 5 points in the morning. And in the
Yeah,
evening, there is one small app called Presently, which I've been using for some time now. So it gives me a notification at 9 p.m., which is going to happen again on my phone. And it asks me, what are you grateful for today?
yeah,
And even though I have had a very bad day, I will make sure that I find one memory that I am actually really happy about, and I type that out, and I will make sure that I will read it at the end of the year. Because what
yeah,
had happened was, as a teenager, when, as you said, that you have to journal things out, but you have to journal things that are good. I
yeah.
did the opposite. Because
Mm,
when I was a teenager, I was told that when you're angry, you're supposed to put all that anger, use a pen, write it down in your journal.
mm,
And that's what I did. So recently, I think just 1 month ago, I discovered those diaries. And I realized that there is not one memory that is good in it. And I
yeah,
felt really bad. When you find something old, you want to remember good things about it. And I realized that I've been focusing on the bad for so long that I missed out on the good things.
yeah,
So now I'm doing the flip. So whenever, even if I have the most horrible day, or even if somebody is being really rude to me, instead of directly backlashing or directly feeling bad, I give myself 2 minutes. I think where it is coming from. Maybe it is
mm,
possible that they themselves are going through something, or maybe they are concerned about you. I mean, of course, the way someone tells it, the tonality can be different, but it is possible that they are concerned about you.
yeah,
So I give myself 2 minutes. I make sure that I put my brain in place. I ask
yeah,
them,
yeah,
why are you saying this? It is affecting me a little, but I would love to know your point of view.
yeah,
And then, well, either we find out a proper solution for it, or,
yeah.
well, otherwise they tend to take offense and just leave. So, well, a
Yeah.
win-win in both the situations. This is what I've been doing for so long.
Yeah, so, but somehow, you have figured your way out, and that's a good thing because it's not a very healthy thing to stay with these kind of insecurities. And
Yes.
then when we are like 40 plus and 50 plus, we reach a stage when we are repeating the same thing to our children. We create a girls' gang and we keep on gossiping about who gained so much of weight, who looks ugly,
Yes.
who looks
Mm.
bad. I don't know. There are,
I think I was,
that's a very,
honestly, if
very,
I would say, no, honestly, I would say even I was a part of that crew. Okay, because the point is, fat shaming seems something that is off, But we don't talk about the skinny people. So skinny people even face the same kind of problem as us. So, so what happens is usually you tell them, "अरे तुम खाना नहीं खाती क्या? तुम्हें कोई खिलाता नहीं है क्या? तुम इतनी पतली हो, हवा से उड़ जाओगी." And we tend to make a lot of fun of skinny people. We call them sukkad bombil, which I have done to my friend also. I am guilty as charged. But at that point of time, I feel that when you're a teenager, you want to fit into the entire fabric of the society, and you're like, okay, someone's calling me moti, kali, super, it's fine. And but then later on, you realize that it's actually affecting you in a small way. Even if it is not a big way, it's affecting you in a tiny, tiny, tiny way. And then when you're like 25, 26, then you realize, oh my God, I have this body image issue which I need to get over, and I don't know what to do now. So, yeah, so it's actually horrible. I don't think.
And you know what? I just want to bring up one comment that Ishita Chauhan just wrote right now. It's because she's my fellow, like she's my friend, and she's also a fellow yoga teacher. So even she has faced the same thing, and even I have faced the same thing. It's like people tell you that if you are a yoga teacher, you cannot be a certain body shape, because it's a thing in your head, that it's a picture in your head that if you're a yoga teacher, you are supposed to look like a stick. And you know, you don't. I have been told that you know, you are not going to get job because of the way you look. People don't hire people of your body shape, because your body shape is considered to be unhealthy. And I'm like, you know what? I can run way faster and many more kilometers than you can. So how do you define a healthy body? I mean, I have seen people who are skinny, but they're unhealthy from inside, and then they are overweight. Okay, I'm not, you know, like saying that overweight is a good thing, but I've seen people who are overweight and are healthy. They're active. So rather than focusing on, you know, telling people and making them feel bad about how they are, we can just, you know, be a little more supportive. For example, we can just tell people to, you know, to have a healthy lifestyle, so that you are leading a good life, a healthier life, and you know, just to make sure that we can look the best of ourselves. And media and celebrity are responsible for this. I'm sorry, guys, but you look at Femina, you look at Cosmopolitan, you look at these Instagram celebrities and airbrush pictures, and you'll see why people have this kind of a mindset. So,
but honestly, I feel there are two celebrities who have addressed this. One is Kanan Gill, who recently spoke in his stand-up comedy video that he has put on a lot of weight, and he spoke about him having a medical condition because of which he could not work out, and that is why he has put on a lot of weight. So, and he's open about it. So that is one good thing that has come out. And two, I think I've mentioned to you as well, Sonam Kapoor, she had put up a picture quite recently that she had written an open letter to teenagers that whatever you see on screen is not the reality. Because one, she said that there are a lot of people who put on makeup on her. Then there are people who make sure her diet is proper. Whatever she's going to eat that comes from 10 places. And there are people who make sure that she has flattering dresses that, you know, focus on how she
accentuate her body.
I didn't want to use the word body because I wanted to be politically correct here, hence I didn't. But and after that, there is Photoshop that helps a lot. So there are so many things that go into making a celebrity look the way they are on screen. And she also said that she works out 90 minutes a day. Sometimes, I mean, can you imagine? She has such a big team to do all that. We have to go work ourselves. We have to cook now. There's, of course, you're in a lockdown, so bhandi bhi tum hi ghas rahe ho. When are you going to find time to put 90 minutes of exercise and then boil special food for you and have another diet chart for yourself? It's going to be really difficult. So make sure that you're just healthy, you're happy, you're doing what you love. And I mean, of course, there are going to be a lot of people who come point fingers at you and tell you, no, whatever you're doing is wrong. And they will never be happy. That's the
Yeah,
entire point. People are
I
never
know.
going to be happy with you. Never. So just love yourself. And of course, she will tell you how to do that. But that's the entire point of my conversation, monologue.
Yeah. So, Amrita, I think we can just, if you want, we can wrap it up with some points for people to know how they can deal with it, just to, give them some takeaways.
I wanted to ask you actually 2, 3 questions.
Okay.
I have a few questions for you. So now, as I said, even I have been a part of body shaming when I was a teenager. I have told people certain things. So this must be happening with a lot others. So how
Hmm.
do we make sure that we are not subtly body shaming someone and keep ourselves in check somehow? I mean, what are the pointers that we should keep in mind when we are doing that? That
So
we
your
shouldn't
question
be
is that how we can understand that we are not body shaming someone else. Is that the
yes,
question?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So see, it's very simple. Always start with yourself. How would you identify when someone is body shaming you?
Okay.
How would you identify? You know that, right?
Yes,
See,
I
if
do.
you need to, yeah, so you need to have that awareness. So when you have
Mhm,
that, you will always try to not do that with someone else as well.
mhm.
See, it's a very simple logic. We will always try to hate that kind of a body part or a feature in a person which we are not ourselves at peace with. Because
Right.
if like for example, if I'm not happy with my skin color, so what happens usually is that if I take a selfie and I look at myself, I'm like, eh, itna ganda lag raha hai, chhi, hadao.
Right.
This is how we do it. Why do we do it? Because we have this thing in our head that we should look like a certain way. जब
Mhm.
वो होना बंद हो जाएगा and we will love ourselves in every way, तब we will love other person also जिसका skin color अलग है.
Correct. Right.
So everything starts with you. So when
Mhm,
I know that such a any comment related to body part, height, whatever is related to physical appearance, let us just not talk about that. We can just
okay.
we can just create a formula that anything appearance, and even if we want to say something, let us just focus on the good things. Why not compliment people? That, hey, I
Right.
like your hair. Like for real, I love your hair. You know what? This
Thank you.
is a very good thing. So we need to change the perspective that अगर कुछ अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है तो उसको सामने मत लाओ. जो अच्छा लग रहा
Mhm,
है उसको बोलो. If you don't
mhm,
like the body shape, why not talk about like, I love your eyes. I love the way you talk. I love the way you dress. I love the way
mhm,
you walk or how you perform in your activities. There are so
mhm.
many things to compliment.
Right.
It's like a counterbalance. So we need to do
Mhm.
that more. Yeah.
Done. So I will make sure that I do that. I compliment people rather than finding flaws in them, no matter what.
Yeah.
So then I have this one more query. I have a friend who had suddenly put on a lot of weight, and I completely agree that you cannot tell them that you have put on a lot of weight. It's kind of insulting also. So, and I'm worried because now there are a lot of hormonal issues going on because of our sedentary lifestyle. People are suffering from PCOD, thyroid, and a lot more other hormonal
Yeah.
conditions. How do I show my concern to her, ask her to get a medical checkup, making sure that she is not feeling hurt about this entire situation? And she also does something about it.
So, Amrita, like, see, we need to understand that why do we think that the person you're asking a question is not aware of it? Let's understand that.
Right.
See, what happens is that हम जो आगे देखते हैं, whatever we see, we think that if we are not seeing the result, इसका मतलब
Mhm.
that person is not working on it. This is first
Correct.
point, okay? But
Right.
this is half of the story. The second
Mhm.
story is what you're not seeing. So probably that person is really struggling. That person might have visited a lot of medical people and is still figuring it out. So
Mhm.
that is the first thing we need to understand, that whether the person really needs my suggestion or not. Okay?
Correct. Yeah.
Second is that थोड़ा सा time देने के बाद भी if you see that the person is not like getting bothered, yeah, like somehow you figure it out that you see that person eating a lot of junk food and is having a very very difficult lifestyle, not a disciplined lifestyle, then you can always bring that person in into your workout routine. That hey, you know what, I'm starting a workout routine, I'm starting a yoga session, why don't you join with me, why don't you get
Right.
up in the morning, it will be a motivation for me as well. Always
Nice.
bring your perspective in the forefront rather than pointing the person out. You say that if you join me, I will be motivated.
Right.
If
Correct.
you practice healthy eating with me, I will be motivated. Why? We can do these things.
Right. We
And
can flip the whole thing. Yes.
yeah. And even after that, the person bails out ki nahi yaar, so then you leave. We are not here to, change people. We are not here to change people. We cannot change people if they're not willing to change. So, you have your, but you will be happy that chalo maine apna kaam kiya. I did my job.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, I think that could be done.
Done. So find the flip, make sure that you add them into your entire routine, and that would
Yeah.
be wonderful. So again, I have this question. So for example, I am, as I said, I have been body shamed. And sometimes it happens that you are being body shamed by somebody who's really close to you. And you know that, I mean, you like their company, but you hate only this point about them. You know
Hmm.
that they support you and everything else, but this is something that is bothering you. So how do you put across your feelings to them without hurting them? Because sometimes it happens that, that person might feel bad that you pointed it out. So how do I let them know in a way? Because I think blocking is not the best option all the time. So how do I let
No.
them know?
Okay, no, blocking is not a sustainable solution because you will always have people who will disturb you either online or offline. Online page still you can block, offline you cannot really block people because you might be
Yeah.
facing them at professional or corporate setting, and that probably might be your boss, and you know what happens when you block your boss. So so what you can do is you can educate them. I'm
Mhm.
coming back to my first point that I said that this is where your confidence in yourself should show up. You will only
Mhm.
educate people when you are confident in your own thoughts because you believe that this is the right way of thinking, or you believe that this is a healthier way of thinking, a healthier way of communicating with people, you bring that in front of the person. You sit, now you said that that person could be a friend. So why not just bring that friend over for a coffee or a lunch
Mhm.
and just talk in a very casual way that, you know what, I was thinking about these things few days. Yeah, some people they talk about body shaming and they just criticize the way we look, but I feel that it's very unhealthy way of communicating because do you know how it affects people's psychology? And you start
Mhm.
educating that person. Now, if that
Right.
person, tries to counter feed it with their own logic, you leave it at it because
Mhm.
you can just let them know that you know what, I don't love being talked about my body parts or my body shape, so why can't we just agree on being in a conversation where we are giving a healthy feedback to each other. But yes,
Right.
I can assure you that if ever I need a suggestion on losing weight or looking beautiful, I will come to you. You can talk like this. So we need to work on communication. You can see.
Thank
Yeah,
you. I will do that.
we need to do another video on how to improve communication. That's what we're going to
Yes, I
do.
think we can. The next collaboration can be that, definitely.
Absolutely. Any
Okay,
more
so we
questions?
yes, I do. So,
Okay.
since we talk about positive body image, so how do we promote a positive body image in people? You keep on telling people that love yourself, but
Hmm.
how do we do that is the point.
Okay. So now I'm going to talk like from the point of view as a yoga teacher because
Okay.
when we are teaching yoga, and when we are practicing yoga, we have a very clear understanding of, always bringing our focus into ourselves in the present moment. So when we are practicing yoga, when we are practicing meditation, I will always recommend people to practice meditation. When we practice meditation, we become at peace with ourselves. We become stable, and gradually, it works on yourself. We will stop being anxious कि उसने मुझे आज ऐसा बोला, कल उसने मुझे ऐसा बोला. We will stop that, and we will become at peace with ourselves. So first we need to be at peace with ourselves, then we are ready to teach other people. So first point is start yoga and meditation. Meditation, I will suggest more. You can do any kind of workout, but meditation has to be there every day. Okay. Second is the point that I told, to journal. Journal the points that you love about yourself. You love your hair, you love your smile, you love your skin color, you love your fat rolls, whatever you love, you write. And third is to build a community. Start speaking about what bothers you. I built up confidence when I started speaking about exactly what started bothering me. When you start speaking about what bothers you, you become very confident, and you gather people and build a community, which is very supportive and really, really helpful. So these things build on your confidence every single day. So speak out rather than sitting at home कि मुझे नहीं बोलना, मुझे चुपचाप रहना इस तरह से. That's not the way. No. You speak out, you be clear, you speak your heart out. Don't try to be aggressive, be confident, but be very tactful in putting your words across people. Because, you need to understand that the people who are actually being mean are the people who are not at peace with themselves. So they need more love than anybody of us. Yeah. So these are some points that you can work on. Yeah. And then they can also get in touch with people like you and me, so we can help them out. This is also there.
And I think more you than me, because I don't think I can heal people.
No, you can. You are healing people with your communication and your podcast. Any more?
One last one. If you, I think we have given this. Any message that you would like to give people? But I think we've given a lot of messages.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the ultimate message for all of us here is to focus more on empowering yourself. You are empowered. You are confident. You are strong. You are self-sufficient. You can deal with so many things around you. If you are incomplete, you will not be able to deal with people who are toxic or needs to be worked on. So always focus on empowering yourself. Improve yourself. Do workouts, eat healthy, lead a disciplined lifestyle, write down the good points, believe in yourself, meet good people, remove the people who are causing damage to your mental and emotional health. You don't need so many people. Okay? And so eventually this is, okay, now Sunny's message is, diverting my mind.
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Okay, so...
Oh, that was so cute. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunny. So yeah, you just empower yourself. You build yourself. And you help others as well. Be kind, be empathetic to others as well. That's it. This world is, we are not here forever. The body is going to change anyways. We will get wrinkled skin, and people will stop looking at us, stop calling us hot, and things will change. So...
You should not call people hot, by the way. That's also objectifying.
Yeah. So you can see that just self-empower, love yourself. Be good to people, be kind with your words, and that's it. That's all I could say. What is your message, Madam Shweta?
Thank you. Thank you for
Amrita.
forgetting my name. On live. You should have written it down on your hand.
I have so many people in my head right now, these. Okay, I'm sorry,
Are you
Amrita.
trying to tell me that I look like everyone else?
Yeah, actually, we are all one. You can see.
Oh my God. I honestly feel, well, there are going to be people unhappy with you no matter what. So just be happy with yourself, because that
Yeah,
is the only ultimate thing that is going to help.
I know.
Everyone is, because I can give you an example. I went to my native place last year. I expected that this time round everyone will, whomever I visit, is going to bombard me with this one question. Arey beta, shadi kab karoge? Shadi kab karoge? Shadi kab karoge? And I was really surprised when they started. I mean, they greeted me with the question, Arey, you've put on a little weight, huh? I'm like, no, auntie, I've put on a lot of weight. So, so everyone did that. Everyone came and addressed me like that. So
Yeah,
when I was skinny, they used to tell me that you're so skinny, you're not eating anything. When I put on weight, they asked me to lose weight. I don't think they will ever be satisfied. I think they should put out a proper image of how I'm supposed to be, so that I can follow that at least. Because I've been trying to put on weight and lose weight, it's not working. So
yeah.
please tell me what I should do. Give me one standard. So
Yeah,
if
so
and one more thing I would like to say is, don't look for validation, because the
hmm,
moment you start living for validation is when you start losing yourself, because you're trying to give the remote of your life in someone else's hand. They are
hmm.
asking you to dance to their tunes, and that is not something that you should do, because I mean, there is a lot of music available, there are a lot of apps available. Dance to your own tunes.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion. Okay, thank you, Amrita. Let's just
Thank you, Shay.
let people know about our podcast.
Yes, so does
Uh,
anyone have any questions? You can ask them.
yeah,
I think
I
we
will.
will answer those questions. And till then, I think I'll market Shay. So if you have not heard her podcast, you should definitely go listen to it, check it out, because she does a lot of healing, she does a lot of meditation, and she also teaches yoga. There are a lot of live sessions as well, which you can follow. Please do it. Please follow her. Please let her know that she is amazing. If you have any issues that you would like to talk about, she is definitely there, available. She will always help you out. And this was a wonderful session. I think we covered all bases. I know that body
Yeah,
shaming is a very big topic, and it's impossible to cover the entire, all the points, but I think we have covered it as a whole. Hopefully,
yeah.
people will find some inspiration from this and be more body positive.
Yeah, and guys, please, please, please look at her face clearly, because she's the face for her own podcast show, Unsettling. She talks about everything that is unsettling and needs to be heard, needs to be listened. And check out her podcast. It's also running on Spotify and on iTunes and Castbox and on all platforms. Please follow her as well. She is an amazing person. You can see she is very, very, comical as well. She can be
Thank you.
entertaining. So you guys can follow her and get your daily dose of entertainment.
Oh, nice. So
Okay.
cute. So does
Okay,
anyone
guys.
have any questions? You can, I think, finally ask one last time. Does anyone have any queries that you would like to ask us personally, or anything related to the topic? Well, I think nobody has any questions. So we can sign.
Okay, guys, thank you for being here. We are very, very thankful that you are here and you stayed for whatever time. I'll see you guys. We will see you guys soon again, and give
Yes,
your feedback anywhere on our DMs or comments, wherever you want. Bye
definitely.
bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Amrita. Okay, how
Please
do
tell the
I stop this?
mutual. There's an end
Uh,
button somewhere.
oh, yeah, got it.